The concept of power and authority are related, but they are not the same. Power is the ability to exercise influence and control over others, and this can be observed on every level of society, from the relationship with a family to the relationship among nations. Power is usually structured by customs and social institutions or laws and tends to be exalted by persuasive argument or commercial or even brute force. In general, groups with the greatest resources tend to have the advantage in power struggles. So, is power always legitimate? Is it viewed by members of society as justified? Well, no. Power can be wielded by individuals or groups, even when it involves the resistance of others, if as long as they're in a position to improve their will. But what about the power that is accepted by members of society as right and just, that is legitimate powers? Now we are talking about authority. And that's what I want to focus on today. Okay, when individuals or institutions possess authority, they have um, a recognized and established right to determine policies with the acceptance of those over who they exercise control. Max Weber, the German classical sociologist, proposed three types of authority in society: traditional, charismatic, and rational or legal authority. In all three types, he was a governed. So, how did Weber differentiate among the three types of authority? Well, he divided them according to how the right to lead and the duty to follow are interpreted. In traditional authority, power resides in customs and conventions that provide certain people or groups with legitimate power in their societies. Often their origin is found in sacred traditions, and the exempt kings are ruled by birthright, not because of any particular quality of leadership or political election, just because they have claimed authority based on traditional acceptance of their position, and in some cases their unique relationship with responsibility in religious practices. The royal families in Europe or the emperors in Asia come to mind as the example of traditional authority. Okay, this contrasts sharply with charismatic authority, which is derived because of personal attributes that inspire admiration, loyalty, and even devotion. Leaders who exercise this type of authority may be the founders of religious movements or political parties, but it's not their traditional right to lead. What's important here is that the followers are mobilized more by the force of the leader's personality than by the traditional law. When we speak of charismatic leaders in the United States, perhaps John Kennedy would be an example because he was able to project a youthful and energetic image that people were found to find we prefer Republicans. You may argue that Ronald Reagan was able to exercise authority, charismatic appeal. In any case, going back to paper, to qualify for charismatic authority, a leader must be able to enlist others in the service of a cause that transforms the social structure in some way, which leaves us with legal, rational authority, or the power that is legitimized by rules, laws, and procedures. In such a system, leaders gain authority not by traditional birthright or by charismatic appeal, but rather because they are elected or appointed in accordance with the law. The power is delegated to the principles that are agreed upon rationally. and because they accept the idea that the law is supreme. In a regular rational society, people accept the legitimacy of authority as a government of laws, not of leaders. So, an example of this type of authority might be a president like Richard Nixon, who was threatened with impeachment because he was perceived as not governing within the law. Pre-industrial societies tend to respect traditional authority, but as societies move into industrial age, the importance of tradition wanes in favor of charismatic authority, with a natural rise of charismatic leaders. And then, as the modern era evolves, the rational legal authority embodied by rules and regulations replaces loyalty to leaders in favor of respect for law. Of course, other sociologists argue that in practice, authority may be represented by a combination of several of these ideal types at any one time.